Hi guys, I just wanted to show you some examples of what it looks like when you're trying to do some serious art on an Eink tablet. I have the Boox Tab Ultra C Pro, so I just wanted to show you examples in case you were interested in trying to draw seriously on a tablet for Eink. And I really like their Notes app. This is a drawing that I did before. As you can see when you zoom in, I have pretty thin lines when it comes to the eye area. That's what it looks like when I zoom out all the way. However, when you export, it's the one thing I don't like about this Notes app. It really makes your lines thicker and just kind of weird looking, but I do like that it doesn't have any lag pretty much, and it's really responsive when it comes to actually making art. So let me show you what it looks like when you try to export it. I'll show you the different formats. So this PNG, okay, it's right here. Let's zoom in. As you can see, it made my lines more thicker than what I had before, and just because it's pretty pixelated too, it's not as great quality as it was before, so I don't like that. But let's try a different way. Well, I'll tell you now, pretty much every setting of exporting is not gonna look good when it comes to this Notes app. This one is probably the worst, the bitmap PDF, but let me just show you what it looks like. It's gonna replace the one we did already. So yeah, does the same thing. It makes it pixelated, but also makes the lines thicker. It's actually not bad if you're just doing a sketch, you want to export it to a different program, but if you're trying to make some actual serious art stuff and you want that to be your final method, I don't think that will work. So let me show you the last one. Again, let me before we do that, I'll just show you the difference when we zoom in here versus, let's do vector PDF. And maybe this is something they could fix in the future, but for now, this is what it is. So it replaced this one. It actually looks okay far away, but when you zoom in, you could tell it turned my lines pretty blocky. So if it could keep the same thinness of lines, I feel like it would be good, but right now it just doesn't do that. So that's just unfortunate. But like I said, the good thing about the Notes app is that it's very responsive, and it really feels like you're really drawing on paper. And if you're doing something really quick or late at night, it's really good to help with eye strain, so you don't feel like blue light's just staring you in the face, Alright, so that's the Notes app. Let me show you some other drawing apps. The only problem with these other drawing apps is they pretty much all have lag in them. Some of them don't have pressure sensitivity at all. And these ones don't have pressure sensitivity as far as I could tell. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I'm not even gonna really use those. Seriously, I just want to show you. This is just something else. But yeah, in terms of art apps, I don't know. I couldn't get it working on mine, but maybe you can. So here's Ibex Paint. Here's a drawing I did before, just some fan art for my niece. I'll just show you how the lag works. As you can see, my lines kind of take a minute to catch up with my pencil. And yeah, it's just not great when you're trying to do serious art. It just doesn't feel like you're actually drawing on paper because it takes a while. And even if I take off every other app that I have up, it still does lag. And like I said, this is pretty much the problem with any art program you're gonna have on here. I guess just because Note apps, they have less resources that need to be used, but these art programs, I don't know, they're just so resource heavy, I guess. Although I do like the sketchbook app, just just that when you zoom in, it's not as pixelated as some of the other apps, but it still has lag in it. So if you can stand the lag, then you know, feel free to use it. Well, you're free to use whatever you want anyway, but I'm just telling you my feelings about these. So Krita, same problem, unfortunately. Here's one picture from before that I imported into here, just to see if it made a difference if I made it just pure black and white, but I can still tell it made my lines thicker than before. So yeah, still some lag, unfortunately. But hey, at least this one has pressure sensitivity, and you can make things just pure black and white. Okay, let's try Medibang. More lag. And last one I'll show you is Clip Studio. This is just the demo version, but since this one also has lag, I don't have confidence that the Pro version is not going to have lag. Anyway, here's me. I imported it, that other picture again, over here. Yeah. I just hate lag. It just kind of disconnects you from the experience of actually drawing. You kind of have to think about things more, rather than just being purely focused on the drawing aspect. Let me show you the one that doesn't have pressure sensitivity, at least not on here. Sure, let's resume our previous drawing. So again, it's me exporting, or rather importing, my previous drawing into here. So yeah, it makes all your lines really thick, no matter how hard or how light you're trying to press things. This is me trying to do it really, really light, but it's still kind of making the same thickness of lines. The only thing is it has already pre-programmed in here with that brush to have a thin line at the end and the beginning. So it has nothing to do with my pressure that I'm putting on here. It's just how the brush is. Alright, but if you could find a good art app that actually works with no lag, let me know. And here's the Microsoft OneNote app. This one actually has really good responsiveness too in terms of no lag. I guess because it's a notes app, so it's less resources to be used. And it also has pressure sensitivity. The only thing is that when you actually lift up your, you know, your pen from drawing, it makes your lines thicker. So it's kind of unreliable in terms of what the final product will look like once you're done actually writing / drawing. But it's good for, like I said, sketches and stuff. It's not good for a final product. And you can export these in a PDF version. One more thing I want to show you is if you're using a streaming service on here. So this is with Moonlight and Sunshine. I do this sometimes to, you know, work on my desktop. So I'm just showing you that it has pretty much the same lag experience, you know, which is fine. But I'm just saying in terms of Clip Studio. If I was going to get the professional version on the Eink tablet, I feel like it'll be the same experience because this one also has lag in it, even if you're just streaming from your computer. So I feel like there's no reason for me to get the professional version on my Eink tablet if it's just going to do the same thing. They're all pretty good for sketching, especially if you're using the Notes app, but I can't say it's good for actually using for serious drawing, especially if that's going to be your final product. But hopefully they can fix it in the future and make it better for when you export it, and maybe even have bigger file types that you can do, because this one, it only exports a certain size, either the size you drew it as or smaller. As you can see here, 657 millimeters and by 875 millimeters. So that's pretty much the biggest it can be. But anyway, that's all I have to say here. if you are interested in an e-ink tablet, or have any other questions, let me know. But yeah, good luck yourself. Just find a good e-ink tablet to use. But I will say I like it in general, just not necessarily just for art's sake, but the fact that it is easier on your eyes. So I'll still be using it when it comes to sketching and all of that, and hopefully they fix it in the future for the exporting. All right, that's all I have to say. Have a good day. Bye.